Welcome back, Houston Hacks fans. We got week 2 against none other than Henrik of Norway, of the Norse gods himself. Henrik is a beast. Check him out, especially in the IPL Open. He's in the Final Four, so hats off to him. He's a great player. Back in Season 4, we played in the championship game, so always look forward to this match, and let's get right into the matchup. So basically, the matchup, I think my team just offensively is very difficult to prep for anybody. And so I just, looking at my dudes, like Obstagoon just goes through his team. At first I thought maybe running Defiant Obstagoon might be better because he has 2 Intimidators. But after running some Kelks and some convincing from Cooper, he said, don't mess around. Just run Flame Orb and blow things up. Because even after Quillfish or Scrafty intimidates, I still throw off Facades and absolutely blow up anything. They still get 2 at KO'd even at -1. So the focal point of the team was running Obstagoon. Its speed tier is really good against his team. I really wanted to bring Terrakion because that's probably my favorite mon on the team, but unfortunately Gourgeist just straight up walls Terrakion. I'd have to get a Sword Dance off, and even then I don't have any moves to really hit Grass Ghost, so my best move would be Rock move. At max defense, Gourgeist is just too solid, so I had to leave Terrakion at home, bring Boltund instead. Boltund with Crunch, Thunderfang, and I believe Play Rough. What exactly did I run? Anyways, that was going to be my cleaner / my revenge killer. And then Duraludon, just an awkward mon, I think, just trying to use it. I like it, but I figured I'd use that for rocks. I know I'm kind of just jumping into the team, not necessarily the matchup. Claydol, I needed Rapid Spin for his Galvantula to hopefully get rid of the webs. Because webs are... I don't really want him to get up webs during this game. Araquanid's a good answer to Mamoswine. Obviously, Stone Edge is a problem. And then Hatterene, you'll see in a little bit, but Hatterene, I just went Assault Vest Max Spadef because I needed a mon to deal with Choice Scarf Gardevoir, as Choice Scarf Gardevoir kind of runs through my entire team. So that's kind of what I decided to bring. There was a few other things that I considered, but like for some reason I was considering Decidueye, just because I like that mon, and just wanted to like Shadow Ball and Shadow Sneak things. But obviously there's some really good answers on his team like Scrappy. I was kind of thinking some of the Intimidators would come, but actually we'll get right into the game. In the mock, Cooper didn't bring either of the Intimidators as well. So here's the start of the game. Oh, this is a doozy. This game's a doozy. Like, definitely a really fun game in hindsight, but it's still pretty fresh. So let's play it. I got my Duraludon against his Galvantula. I figured Duraludon with Shuka-Berry was able to kind of answer everything. I'm really Spadef and defense oriented. I don't have anything in offenses, but I don't really need it. And so even if he was Noivern, he couldn't OHKO me. I could OHKO back with Draco Meteor. If he's Jirachi, I have Thunder Wave. If he's Gourgeist, I'd probably Thunder Wave as well, or just get up rocks. Galvantula cannot do much to me. It can do a good chunk, don't get me wrong, but at least I can get off a Draco Meteor and put that thing down into a range of where I can kill it later. So he's just got to sacrifice his Galvantula, because I can spin on Jirachi usually. Depending on the set, obviously. And then Gardevoir, I always take one, and I do like 80 back with Flash Cannon, maybe a little bit less. And then Mamoswine, I have Shuka-Berry, so I do like 85 to 100 with Flash Cannon. So, and I survive Earthquake because I have Shuka-Berry. So it seemed like a good lead at the time. I knew that Hatterene was a decent lead as well, but I didn't want to get stuck against a Mamoswine with my Hatterene out. So I decided to go with Duraludon, and I decided to take damage right away. I just wanted to put the Galvantula in range later. This really sucks. He was Focus Sash at the end of the day, but putting him down into the 10%, 15% range would have been really nice, because getting up rocks wasn't the most difficult thing in this game. And so even if he's able to switch the Galvantula out and just hang on to it, having rocks up in the game is really good for me. So It's unfortunate. That would have really helped my case, but you know, that's just the way it goes. It's a 90% accurate move. So if he wanted 100%, I should have went Dragon Pulse. And you know what? I had Dragon Pulse until the last second. So you know, Dragon Pulse would have done way less, obviously. Would not have killed, but maybe put it in a range that would have been beneficial for me. So able to get up rocks and T-Wave this Jirachi, just being annoying. Like Duraludon really, you know, pulling its weight early in this game. I bring out the Architect, aka Claydol, take his Focus Blast, or Aura Sphere, excuse me. I did think about for a second bringing in Obstagoon and being aggressive, but with webs up, it just didn't make sense. Bring out Claydol. Like there's really nothing that Jirachi can do. I thought he might double, but that's just the way it goes. I go for the Rapid Spin. I didn't even consider, like for whatever reason, I didn't even consider that he would be. Like, I forgot that he had a Ghost type. So I was like, oh, Rapid Spin's free. I get rid of webs. We're done. But in hindsight, Ice Beam would have made a lot of sense. I decided to take a little bit of Chip, I believe, on the next turn and just Ice Beam. I don't really switch into Ghost moves very well. And I knew if I got this down to about 57 or took the Chip, you know, other things like Boltund, depending on if he was running a barrier or not, Boltund or, you know, Obstagoon, it just made life easier on breaking this thing later in the game. He decides to Leech Seed, which is completely fine. He gets some health back. Here I go Obstagoon. I did check. I took a while to make this turn because he does get Focus Blast, which would have been a heck of a move. But it is what it is. But I get the Beast in. This is the whole goal. Get Joker in. Let him knock off or facade through the team. Luckily, I believe I'm still faster after webs. I go for the knockoff. The crit did not matter. The crit did not matter here. Knockoff was going to kill unless he was Colbur, which, you know, he is the Berry King. So I did think about that for a second, but it was kind of my only play. So I'm able to kill. And obviously I saw there was leftovers too. So I knew we were fine. He brings in the Gardevoir. Really thought the Gardevoir was Scarf. I thought that made a lot of sense against my team, especially with webs. But he brings in the Gardevoir. We decided to get the heck out of here. I didn't want it to Calm Mind either. I thought about obstructing there just to see what it would do. But I have a pretty good switch in. This is my dedicated switch. I take, you know, I get 5 hit KO'd. I go for the Shadow Ball. I realize that he has a little bit of defenses. Or a little bit of HP at least. After that Shadow Ball, I thought I might 2-hit KO, but obviously we only did, you know, 40 something. So it is what it is. Here I decide to go for the Nuzzle. He goes for Protect to get his health back. Just trying to paralyze things. Obviously I can't Nuzzle the Galvantula and I can't Nuzzle the Mamoswine. But those two mons really don't want to take a Shadow Ball or a Draining Kiss. So here I decided to just go for the Shadow Ball again. See if I can catch the Jirachi. See if I can hit Gardevoir and weaken that a little bit more. Unfortunately I don't do a ton of damage, obviously. But every little bit of chip is really nice. And I do have Claydol as a definite answer to Jirachi. I get lucky here with Paralysis. And now I'm able to get my spin off and just get rid of these webs. Okay, just get rid of these webs. So I get the spin off. I'm still not faster than Galvantula here. But I considered spinning again because I don't think I died to a Bug Buzz. But, you know, Harley Quinn's just my answer every single time. As you can see, only 20%, 15% on those moves. I go for the Draining Kiss. It would have been nice to get off a little more damage. But I thought he might respect my Shadow Ball play, as it honestly, it was really free to just send out the Shadow Ball. But I wanted to get some health back, and I did the same amount of damage with Shadow Ball as I did Draining Kiss, at least to Galvantula. So bring out the Architect once again. He is Wish Passing. I did not expect 2 Wish Passers. Maybe on Jirachi, but not on Gardevoir. He goes for Levitate. Great move on his part. And then this next play, I just completely forget like what the heck I'm doing. He's starting to weaken my Hatterene quite a bit, and so it makes it kind of tough. And I don't really have great Moonblast switch-ins, right? So I decided to take a Moonblast here for no reason with the Claydol, which kind of sucks. Honestly, it puts me in a difficult position. I have the Yachi Berry for the Mamoswine, but now I'm going to have to be faster than it to do anything. As 80%, I would have survived all the attacks from Mamoswine, but now not so sure if I survive. Ice Shard, probably the only ice move I'm surviving from Mamoswine. So anyway, don't make a great play here. He goes for Moonblast. I'm wondering if maybe I can scare him into... Well, I just want him to kill this, so then I can just get in Obstagoon again and try to kill his Gardevoir. He goes for Protect. I go for Flash Cannon. We're just sitting around, hanging out here. He brings in the Jirachi. We get off a little more chip. Jirachi's just an annoying mon. Really, really good mon. For whatever reason, I just don't like it. I just refuse to draft it. Bring back out Claydol because it's, you know, a good mon to have. And now I double on his Gardevoir switch. I was special because I wanted to have Ice Beam for Noivern. And then Scald did the same amount of damage to Mamoswine, basically as liquidation. So it just made sense. Although being physical actually would have helped me a ton in this match. I've brought Special Araquanid twice now. I don't know if that's the way. But I figured with both his Intimidators, liquidation didn't make a ton of sense. But we're able to get our webs off, which is actually huge in this game. It just makes our dudes kind of just sweet. And then I'm not worried about this because I have the Flying Berry. Or if he had Charizard to Hurricane my Araquanid, I was just ready. So I knew I needed to kill this thing. So then later I could get webs up. Obviously I'm risking Mamoswine coming in, but it really doesn't want to come in on Scald. Here he brings in Galvantula. This play kind of sucked, not gonna lie. I survived to 2 Thunders if he doesn't crit me, or I'm pretty sure I do. It's very, very close. And surviving is huge because not only do I prevent webs, but I'm able to get off a Shadow Ball. And although I don't kill Galvantula, I put it in range of, well, I don't know. I just put it in range of a lot of different things. And if I get the Draining Kiss off, you know, I'm going to heal back about 20%. So I'm able to kind of stall out the Galvantula and force it out. So it is what it is. He cleans me up with Bug Buzz. Good plays on his part. I'm able to finally bring in Boltund, my cleaner. I go for Crunch, as that hits everything. Honestly, I wish I was Banded. That would have been really nice. But it didn't really matter. Able to bring back out my Duraludon. And I was trying to sack it, honestly. Probably should have just took the Draco Meteor, but I didn't want to let the Jirachi back in for free, and I just figured rocks were just good in the game in general. So just went for the rocks. He hits another Thunder, you know, 91%. That's a given move. And then I got an answer with Boltund every single time. Sacks Jirachi. I believe Kelking Ice Shard did up to 40% from Mamoswine because he was leftovers. So here I had to switch. I was hoping not to sack Araquanid. Stone Edge made a lot of sense. But he's able to put me down to about 30%. I'm max defense, max HP. Able to take out the Mamoswine because of the miss. And then here's going to be the play of the game here. Here's going to be the play of the game, or at least my chance to win. He's got Water Bubble, so Scalding isn't going to work. I can Ice Beam and do no damage, but so basically he's able to sit in here and Wish Protect as long as he wants to. If he's Calm Mind, he can win that way. Otherwise, I mean, I just don't know his last move yet. I thought maybe it was Thunderbolt at the time, but here's my idea. I was thinking, all right, this first turn, I'm going to go for webs. If he kills me, I bring in Obstagoon. Or I bring in Boltund, excuse me. And I'm able to, I think it's a roll, but it's a roll majorly in my favor with Thunderfang to kill Gardevoir. But if I get webs up, now Obstagoon can win the game as well, because Galvantula won't be very fast. So if he kills me, that's great. If I get webs up, that's great. So I decided to go for webs this first turn. In hindsight, I guess I could have switched immediately into something else, but just elected not to do so. I get webs. So here's the turn. All right, I switch into Boltund. I think that it covers if he goes into Galvantula, because if he goes into Galvantula, and even if I Scald, like I don't think I kill. It would have been really close. He takes 25 from webs to put him down to 40. Scald actually probably kills there, so maybe the play was just a Scald, honestly, looking back in hindsight. But I figured if I doubled a Bolton, if he attacks, I get Obstagoon in. Obstagoon wins the game because he outspeeds Galvantula after webs. If he doesn't attack, I cover the switch to Galvantula. I'm able to kill Galvantula and then win the game that way. All right, so yeah, I think in hindsight, the play was just a Scald with Araquanid and just sack it, basically. I think I win 100% of the time. But unfortunately, you'll see what happens here. He goes for the Moonblast, kills my Bolton, which is one of my options to win, but I was going all in on Obstagoon. And I'm like, all right, it's over. Here we go. Bring in Obstagoon. I just Facade here, kill both. Click Facade twice. I clicked it super fast, didn't even think about anything. And here it is. He's running the normal berry. Like, I should have known. And I remember just like in my head, I was like, before the game started, I'm like, before you click any moves, consider if there's going to be a berry on every single one of his mons, because berries are just good. I mean, in draft, they're just excellent. They allow mons to do things that they honestly shouldn't be able to do, right? Able to take moves that they shouldn't be able to take. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly his HP on his Gardevoir, but I think knockoff would have been a roll extremely in my favor, especially after rocks to kill. And so, guys, anytime you can take a neutral hit, like one that literally a berry can't stop, I know Facade would have been a neutral hit, like just go for it, right? Just go for it, because then you avoid the berry. You can outplay the berry. So I think I should have went knockoff here, or just sacked my Araquanid in hindsight, because I do think Scald killed. I think that was just a dumb play of me now that I think of that. But, you know, it is what it is. He could have stayed in with Gardevoir and eventually killed my Araquanid. So I think I threw by going to Bolton. I just thought it was smart to switch into my boy, the good boy. But yeah, unfortunately, he gets me with the bait, and he's able to kill. And I didn't have the great sportsmanship. I just like rolled away from my chair and just sat after that play for a bit. I was like, I thought I had this one. So it's just unfortunate. Great plays on Henrik's part, like incredible plays, great brings. Thought I had that game, but unfortunately the Houston Hacks are 0-2 to start the season. Lost the ball, regular season champ from last year. Obviously, Henrik is a great player as well. So just hoping we can really turn it around. And honestly, the goal is to not drop a game the rest of the year. I think this team's too good to go 0-2 to start. So I really got to redeem myself. I think I will be looking at some transactions. So hit us up. The Houston Hacks are willing to dish pretty much everyone but my top three dudes, Terrakion, Obstagoon, and Hat. So if you guys are interested in any of those mons, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just give you a quick rundown of the teams. My Obstagoon was just 3 attacks obstruct. Hat was max Bidef. I had Shuka, Yachi, and Kova Berry. So I had 3 berries against the Berry King. And then my last mon was just Life Orb, Bolton, Volt Switch, Crunch, Play Rough, Thunder Fang. Looking at Henrik's team real quick, he did have the Choice Scarf, Noivern. I know you can't see it very well, but it is Choice Scarf, Draco Meteor, Air Slash, Defog, Switcheroo. Pretty cool set, honestly. The lefties, Mamoswine was cool, with a little bit of defense. Pretty cool set. And then instead of Choice Scarf, he goes for the Chillin Berry. Great bring, obviously. Had to bring Gorgeist for the Terrakion. And then Jirachi with Aura Sphere and Iron Head. That's really all he needed coverage-wise. And then the Galvantula, which I wish I would have killed long ago. But just great set. One of my favorite mons ever. Awesome. All right, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you in week 3. Otherwise, have a great day. Peace.